family swore I was a Navy deserter. I remained silent during my brother's decoration ceremony as a Special Forces commando. Then his general looked at me intently and said, "Colonel, are you here?" The crowd froze. My father's jaw dropped to the floor. The air grew thick as General Martinez's words echoed throughout the auditorium. I could feel hundreds of gazes piercing me like daggers, especially those of my father and mother in the front row. Their faces paled as if they had seen a ghost. Not just any ghost, but the ghost of betrayal they themselves had created. I am Michael, 34 years old, and for the past 8 years my family has told everyone that I abandoned the Navy out of cowardice. My father, Edward, a former lieutenant who never achieved the military glory he longed for, had made my supposed desertion his favorite topic during family gatherings. Michael couldn't stand even 3 months of basic training, he would repeat, while serving whiskey to his friends. "Thank God we have Alexander. He has what it takes." My mother, Carol, would nod with a mixture of shame and disappointment as if I had stained the family name forever. The reality was completely different. I was recruited for a special operations unit so classified that I couldn't even reveal its existence to my own family. I signed confidentiality protocols that prohibited me from talking about my rank, missions, or location. While my family believed I was working at a small security company in the capital, I had led operations in more than 15 countries, rising to the rank of colonel in record time. Every Christmas, every birthday, every family gathering was an exercise in restraint. "At least you found something you can handle," my father would say, patting my shoulder condescendingly while praising Alexander's basic achievements in his training. "Your brother will soon be a Special Forces Marine. Do you know what that means?" Of course I knew. I had trained several of them. Justice seemed unattainable while I maintained my vow of silence, but fate has unexpected ways of manifesting itself. When Alexander invited me to his graduation ceremony, I agreed to attend despite knowing how uncomfortable it would be. My younger brother wasn't to blame for our parents' lies. He really believed I had abandoned, because that's what they had told him since he was 16. "I know this might be difficult for you," he wrote to me, "but it would mean a lot if you were there." I chose a seat in the back row, away from my family, wearing civilian clothes instead of the uniform that was rightfully mine. What no one in my family knew was that General Martinez, who would preside over the ceremony, had been my direct superior for 3 years in operations that remained classified. I watched as he stepped up to the podium with his characteristic, stern bearing, how he adjusted the microphone and began to speak about honor, loyalty, and sacrifice, values that had forced me to endure years of family humiliation in silence. I saw Alexander receive his insignia with pride, my parents applauding, with tears in their eyes from the front row. I also applauded discreetly, genuinely happy for my brother. That's when it happened. General Martinez paused, scanned the auditorium with his gaze, and his eyes stopped on me. I saw immediate recognition on his face, followed by something that seemed like indignation. Before concluding, he said into the microphone, his voice resonating with authority, "I must recognize someone whose presence here today is as unexpected as it is honorable." A murmur ran through the room. "Colonel Michael, could you please stand up? If you don't want to wait for part 2, you can watch the full story on my YouTube channel. Just click on share and then more and then click on the YouTube link here in my profile or search for the Flag Stories Reddit channel on YouTube."